Alright, at this point, I haven't finished putting the bus wires on the last side. So here I'm just bending tabbing wires over bus wires and finishing up this last side. Making sure my separations are correct. I want to keep the tabbing wire about an eighth to a quarter of an inch away from the cells. And I want to make sure that for those connected rows, it's about half an inch between the connections, between the rows. So now I have to apply the solder to the connection. You don't stay long on the with the soldering iron. Just a quick, as long as you see the solder melt, the connection's usually made. So I go down and apply solder to this the connections on this entire side. Doesn't take long. As I said, I'm not doing it this time, but it would be wise to put a sheet of paper, sort of like an insulator, between the cells and the acrylic panel underneath. But I was light with it, so I didn't have problems. But not with this one, but sometimes you'll get a little stick, and I always get nervous when it sticks a little because I don't want the cells to break when I try to pull it apart. But if you have a sheet of paper or something between the cells and the acrylic panel, you have less of that problem. Now I'm clipping the excess wires off. Right, and once that's done, I get the silicone gun, and you see it didn't stick this time. So now I get the silicone gun and apply a bead of silicone, about 3/4 of an inch wide bead. Usually, if it's about 1/4 of an inch high, you usually have um, enough for it to stick. So that's what I'm doing now, just applying the silicone to each cell before I get the back panel on, put the back panel on it. This silicone is pretty soft, and you could put the back panel on it right away, but some recommend that you know, let it set for a little while before you put the back panel on, so that's what I do. And it does work because you put the back panel on right away, and sometimes it slides, the whole thing slides around too much. So there's a silicone on the back panel, and now it's time to prepare silicone on the back of the cells. Now it's time to prepare the back